on Vaughn. Here we go again. Here we go again. How are you gonna stop me? Here we go again, baby. They done brought back up the dead cockers. How can you stop me from speaking on Vaughn? How can you stop me? You can't stop me. So you might as well quit typing and find you something else to do for the day. Vaughn is dead. You need a job. Your mama poor. Your daddy don't have a life going for him. So who give a fuck about Vaughn when you living in the conditions you living in and you can't stop me from speaking on Vaughn? How you gonna stop me?
I had to laugh at this, but this is very sickening. So I'm gonna read you the infamous Willie Lynch letter and show you exactly how Charleston White is playing his here we go. Stage 3. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South. Take this simple little list of differences and think about them. On top of my list is age. What is there only because it starts with an A? And the second is color or shades. There is a legitimacy, size, sex of plantation statuses on plantations, attitude of owners, whether the slaves live in the valley, on a hill, east, west, north, south, have fine hair, coarse hair, is tall or short. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline for actions. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy is stronger than respect and admiration. Now, what Charleston White just did, he's a slave and he don't even know it. Let me break this down. Break the spirit of the man. Much like you would break the spirit of a horse and ride the woman as though she were a wild ass until she is tamed and offer no resistance. The black slave, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black male versus the young black male. You must use the darker skinned slave versus the light skinned slaves, and the light skinned slaves versus the dark skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male, and the male versus the female. You must also have your white servants and overseers distrust all blacks, but it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love and respect and trust only us. Let Charleston White, Let Charleston White continue to talk and let the slave master hear him.
So who do I need to go prove something in Chicago to? A bunch of internet people, internet characters. They still ain't proved they'll get somebody for more.
Slave.
They got to prove that they don't respond for more.
This is how you know that the internet is so messed up. This is such a slave mentality, and you will find so many. As a people, we need to get ourselves together. The man is a very intelligent individual, but he is very disgusting in his wording. And he talks about everybody else, but he is being manipulated by the so-called white people that he dislikes. But look how he's manipulating his brother. Look how he talking about you need to get some get back. Y'all ain't even got to get back for Vaughn. But you're supposed to be a go-to person in Texas that speaks for the little guy, that speaks for the kids that are in trouble, that speaks for the rappers, but we hear you doing is being negative. So let him finish talking.
I'm just an old nigga talking.
True.
I'm just an old nigga talking. What do I gotta prove something for? I ain't killed nobody. A nigga killed their king. Lord. They need to be proven that they are responsible.